Marie and Olga from Travel Only would like to welcome you to your Rocky Mountaineer adventure.
Everything is nice and relaxed. But the service behind it's really top notch. Now, it goes as well with the socialization. You're going to be spending 8 hours approximately each day on board the train. So it's confined between 70 to 50 seats. So you will be traveling with like-minded travelers from all around the world. As you can see on the right bottom picture, people are very much cheering, laughing, smiling, and that's what we want to see on board the Rocky Mountaineer train. Now, I'm going to present you a journey, but it can start again from anywhere. This journey on this presentation will start from Vancouver. Day one will be a pickup at your hotel, so all your accommodation will be provided, will be included in your package, as we're gonna go through the Rockies through broad daylight. So no sleeping cabin, everything will be at the hotel. So day one will be in Vancouver, where we'll pick you up usually around 7:15. A Rocky Mountaineer representative will be at the hotel, providing you with your assigned seat, with additional documents, and from there we will take care of your luggage. So we will bring a luggage into a different motor coach, and the driver will bring them all the way to your next destination, where you will find at the end your luggage inside the hotel room that you booked it. Okay, so very seamless from the start. Now, whenever you have booked your journey with Travel Only, you'll be able to pick and choose two different classes of service. So I'm going to present you the top of our class, being the Gold Leaf. The Gold Leaf is by far the most popular class of service, but also with more room, more spaces around, as we have two levels. So it's a fully domed car, with the top level being all the seating areas. So it will have about 70 seats, and all the seats can actually move around at 360 degrees. It means if you are traveling with another couple, you want to mix and mingle, you can actually spend time. When you are tired of speaking with them, turn around and face the other direction. You're actually working on a little bit jack button on our 2.0 Gold Leaf, so stay tuned on that. Now, all our Gold Leaf will also have a dining room. So with that, we will also have a kitchen area per Gold Leaf car. So we have a full culinary staff, of course, and they will provide you breakfast and lunch as we go. So usually breakfast will be served half an hour later after departure. But again, all the catering is throughout the journey. Beverages, non-alcoholic beverages, alcoholic beverages as well, and snack will be served throughout the day. For alcohol, you have premium brand. You can be served wine, beers, liquor, cocktail, just name it. Okay? Now we will also have an opportunity for you to use our big outdoor vestibule. The big outdoor vestibule can actually accommodate about 15 passengers. It's not a smoking area because it's completely forbidden throughout, but it's a really nice place if you want to take some pictures and take some fresh air. So a beautiful car that can accommodate everybody. When I say everybody, people with also mobility issue can access the Gold Leaf car. I can of course use our lift to go on the upper deck and lower deck alike. Now our Silver Leaf, which is another class of service really well known, it's one single level dome. So in other words, we're going to have one deck instead of two decks compared to the Gold Leaf. The seating will going to be very, very similar than the Gold Leaf, very comfortable with a lot of leg room where you can also recline the chair back without bothering anybody behind it. You're going to have also the opportunity to move the seat around if you need to, but all your breakfast, all your meals will be served directly at your seat. Yeah, so that's the main difference. So with that said, we do have a chef coming to you on a seat-side service, and we'll provide you directly your meals. So we're going to put a nice white tablecloth on the table, and you're going to be served directly there. Okay, complimentary beverages as well throughout, the same as the Gold Leaf. Yeah, so again, a very good service with very similar windows. If you see on the bottom left, on the top left photo, the windows are very, very wide as well. So no problem for viewing the beautiful Rockies throughout. Okay, so again, two classes of service, but quite different in the layout, and of course, in terms of pricing, it will be quite different as well. Now, every departure, as I mentioned, will be at 8 a.m. You will have an introduction from the host. You will have a nice welcome toast. That's the way we do on board the Rocky Mountaineer. Soon after that, you're going to see everybody start cheering and having fun. And that's the way we like to see things. Now, your trip, if it starts from Vancouver to your next destination, which will be Kamloops, it's going to take approximately 8 hours. So how fast goes the train? It's about 50 kilometers an hour or 30 miles an hour. So quite nice and slow. So when we leave Vancouver, you will have an opportunity to see the countryside of Vancouver, seeing the beautiful coastal mountain range. And very soon afterwards, you're going to start following the Fraser River, where you will be able to take countless photographs. And myself, every single time I'm on board, I'm always coming back with hundreds and hundreds of photos. So again, it's really not something you don't want to forget. Make sure you bring a lot of memory cards, a lot of battery for your chargers and so forth, because you will want to take a picture all the time. It's iconic, it's breathtaking throughout. Now, Rocky Mountaineer is going to also take you to some historical point and some also very interesting viewpoint. A lot of wildlife going to be as well, being able to be seen from the train. We have a lot of big sheephorn, a lot of osprey, sea eagle on the first part of your journey to Kamloops, but you're going to be also pretty much coming to a stop at Hell's Gate, which is a very important point for the salmon run. In September, thousands and thousands of salmon go back upstream. So it's very impressive when you go during that time. You see that currents there? That water actually comes to a very narrow passage. During the salmon run, we have twice as much water as the Niagara Falls, which is very, very impressive. When you're going to come towards Kamloops, again, the scenery, the landscape, going to change to more desert-like mountain. And I love that area because from one part to the next, the color of the rocks and the sand going to change from yellow to golden to black. So a lot of contrast, and again, following the Thompson River, ending afterwards, Fraser River, sorry, and ending into the Thompson River, you're going to see a lot of different coloring. So again, for those who really enjoy taking photos, you will be very pleased by that. Now, you will be arriving in Kamloops around 5:30 to 6:30. So usually around sunset time. When you get to Kamloops, you will be transferred from our station with a motor coach to your hotel. So it's about 10 minutes to reach any of the hotel in Kamloops. So Kamloops, it's a small town. You're not going to find any 5-star property, but great hotels such as the 540, the Doubletree, the Sandman, or the Best Western are among the best hotels that you'll find in Kamloops. So we're going to provide you, of course, your check-in key before you get to your hotel, so you don't actually have to line up at the reception to get your key or your card. So you can go straight to your room when, once again, you will find your luggage right there. When you leave Kamloops, just leave your luggage inside your hotel room and we'll take care of that as well. Okay? Now, when you are in Kamloops in the evening, we're going to leave you the evening at leisure. So again, you will have the opportunity to visit the town. It's very close to the lake, very close to the main park as well, and lots of very good restaurants as well, at a few meters or few hundred meters from your hotel. Good local breweries as well, I can definitely testify that. And because the Okanagan Valley is very nearby as well, so you will have opportunity to also try some of the best Okanagan wine that you will find on the market as well. Now, when you leave Kamloops, you will leave about the same time as you left Vancouver. So we usually pick you up again at your hotel around 7:15 for a departure at 8 a.m. So from there, you will start getting into the Rockies. So as soon as you leave Kamloops, the mountain starts to get a little bigger, but still quite dry. So all the vegetations will be quite small, very small trees. And again, opportunity to see mountain goat, big sheephorns, and deers. Lots of deers all around. So always keep an eyes open. Few hours later, you're gonna be right in the middle of the Rockies, completely away from everything. So that's where you're gonna be really in the middle of nature and surrounded with beauty. And that's when you're gonna start taking hundreds of photos. Trust me on that. Those pictures are pictures that I've taken myself between the years that I've been actually working for Rocky Mountaineer. So again, photos like that are photos that you can take yourself. And I'm not a photographer by any means. I'm more of a point and shoot, and I have a very simple camera. So this picture with the elk actually got taken when I was in Banff on a tour excursion. Yeah, but this one coming up was a bear literally at 4-5 meters from the rail. Yeah, so whenever we see wildlife that close, we slow down the train to about 5 miles an hour. So everybody have a chance. All our onboard attendants got headset, so they will communicate from one car to the next whenever there is wildlife on the left or wildlife on the right. Now trust me, even if one person missed to see the animal, the guest won't miss it. Everybody will scream, "Bear on the left!" Everybody will start go on the left. "Bear on the right!" and so forth. It's really a lot of fun. But again, a lot of opportunity to see that at any time throughout our season and operation time. Now, from Kamloops to Banff, it's going to take approximately 10 hours. We're going to slow down the train as we're going to go into an elevation. And we're going to go around quite a few mountains and even go through the Spiral Tunnel, which is very near Banff. So we're going to take a very historical tunnel, which was actually made about 120 years ago. So all the storytelling, everything you're going to be experiencing will be provided by the onboard attendant. So again, a lot of insightful and fun story you're going to be learning about. Once you get to Banff, we will of course transfer you to your hotel. But in Banff, we will also offer you a lot of excursions. So those excursions can be completely customized. If you don't want to do the Banff gondola and do a helicopter ride, or maybe do both, it's totally possible. So again, it's up to you how you want to design and what you want to include in your package. And same thing with the hotels that you want to book in. If you book, let's say, a gold leaf, by default on our brochure, it will come automatically with 5-star property. Now, if you don't want to stay into 5-star property and want to do maybe the Banff Spring in Banff and a 4-star in Vancouver, you can do that. So upgrading, downgrading, that's not an issue at any moment. Yeah, and same thing with the tours. But of course, the Banff Spring or of course the Lake Louise, they are must-see. They are iconic properties, and if you never spent a night in those places, I highly recommend to try. Because again, a journey with Rocky Mountaineer, it's some things definitely to experience. Now, a lot of our guests also tend to use that beautiful scenic highway that connects Banff, Lake Louise to Jasper. And why? It's because there is a lot of lakes that you're going to be crossing, and the Athabasca Glacier, which is very, very famous as well. So Bow Lake is one of them. Peter Lake, it's a beautiful and well-known destination, and it's of course, again, breathtaking. You will have an opportunity to hike or to walk around for at least 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, so all of that will be done by motor coach. You will have, of course, a guide also providing some storytelling. So again, everything is possible, even combining an Alaska cruise with a Rocky Mountaineer. 50% of our guests tend to actually book an Alaska with a Rocky Mountaineer. Usually they tend to book a 7-day Alaska with 4 or 5 days with a Rocky Mountaineer. So everything is manageable and customizable. A lot of flexibility. Again, talk with one of your travel-only agents and they'll be able to help you out on that. Now, the route that I presented was the first passage to the west, starting from Vancouver to Lake Louise and Banff. So that's 2 days. You can also take the scenic highway, which is the yellow line that connects to Jasper, which can be done, as I mentioned, by motor coach, or you can also have a car rental. Yeah, so that option is also offered to you. Now, the other routes that you see here, the blue that connects Vancouver to Jasper, it's also 2 days. Yeah, the difference between the one that I presented, it's probably more nature-like, if you will. Especially from Kamloops to Jasper, really takes you within the Rockies with a very big highlight towards the end, which is the Mount Robson, the highest peak in the Rockies. And that's definitely worth seeing. Beautiful. The other route on the other end, the rainforest to Go Rush, which takes you pretty much on the outback of British Columbia, gives you 2 nights instead of 1. So this is 3 days on board the Rocky Mountaineer with an overnight in Whistler. And by the way, in Whistler you will have a full afternoon. So you can also do few tours, including the Peak to Peak, the Whistler Gondola or the Blackcomb Gondola as well, and many other excursions can be offered in Whistler. Quesnel will be your next stop, where you will be also spending an overnight there. Quesnel is a very, very small town, so there is really not much to do there, and you will be arriving quite late. So it's an amazing itinerary, but longer days on board the Rocky Mountaineer. So you need to just be prepared to really enjoy a lot of diversity as you're going to be going through the coastline with a beautiful sea view, the coastal mountain range, and you're going to come across beautiful lakes again, wetlands, big, huge canyons, the biggest bridge as well, which is quite impressive. And then you're going to go through as well rainforest, forest, and of course the Rockies once you're going to get closer to Jasper as well. So a lot of diversity, very, very interesting itinerary. But again, you can add more rail days. So I'm going to present you some of the best sellers that we have in 2017, and one that is in very high demand is the Canadian Rockies Getaway. So this is a circle journey that gives you 4 rail days with Vancouver, Kamloops, Jasper, Lake Louise, Banff, and back to Vancouver on the first passage to the west. So that gives you really 2 big national parks, the scenic highway, and then the 2 beautiful routes. Yeah. So this is very popular, a package of 9 to 11 days. If you want to spend a little bit less days, then you have the Western Explorer, which is 8 days, 7 nights, starting either from Vancouver or Calgary. Yeah, so that's 2 days on board the Rocky Mountaineer. And again, like I say, you can add additional nights on either end of your rail journey. So you can add more or add less, or remove less, sorry. Now, when it comes to your travel time, we start actually in April. April 15 will be our first departure. So is there a better time throughout our operation to travel into the Rockies? Not really. It really depends what you are looking for. In the spring, it's an amazing time if you're interested in seeing wildlife, especially black bears and grizzly. They finish to hibernate, come down the mountain, and they are going to be looking for food. They have hibernated for 5 or 6 months without eating. So they're going to come down. They usually have their cubs by now. So it's a really good time to see them. And as I say, they come very close to the rail very often, because we do share the rail with other trains, such as freight train, and very often they carry food. So of course they take advantage whenever there is spillage. So spring is a great time for that. Now, if you are thinking to go and travel during the summer, especially this year, being Canada's 150, make sure to book as soon as possible. It's our prime time, and it's already very, very busy. We have a lot of booking during that time as well. Now, if you have a bit more flexibility within your time, I will say to go more in the shoulder season, so spring or the fall. Fall is also a great time for wildlife. I did mention about the salmon run in September, but it's also the mating season for the elks. So Banff, all around the national park, but especially Jasper, you're going to be able to see a lot of elks there. So just be ready for that. And of course, the colors. Colors are stunning throughout, usually starting on the second week of September. Yeah, and October is still a great time to go. Lake Louise, you may have some snow after the second week of October, but still very stunning. So our operation will actually finish mid-October. Now, in terms of promotion, Ian mentioned that we do have an offer running, and it will end on March 31st. So we originally extended already that offer. And one that is actually a credit value towards some amenities. So if, for example, you do book a package of 8 days, 7 nights, you will receive $600 as a couple to use towards additional amenities, such as hotels or dinings during the evening at the hotels. Or if you are booking as well a cruise, you can also use that credit towards the cruise. Transfers, airport transfers, for example, which we don't include in the package, you can use that towards it. So you don't actually have any cost towards it. And additional sighting tours as well. So a lot of things can be done. Now, if you are traveling alone, you can also use that towards your single supplement. Now, talking of solo traveler, we have a very, very unique offer for this year. For April and May only, on specific dates, we are going to waive the single supplement entirely. Yeah, so this is very interesting because you can really save a lot of money, and this is also combinable with our actual offer as well. Yeah, so a lot of good deal to take advantage for sure for 2017. Now, having said that, if any one of you are interested to travel only in 2018, we're gonna have a great offer as well starting in April, but again, it's not gonna be promoted out there. You're gonna have to talk with your travel agent only, with travel only, and you're gonna be able to get that offer through them only. Okay, so stay tuned, speak with your travel agent, and they'll be able to help you out for any booking in 2017 and 2018. So that's it. I hope you got some good insight and learned more than the beginning of this presentation about Rocky Mountaineer. I hope and I wish that I had more time with you, but feel free to speak with your travel agents. Go online, see our reviews on TripAdvisor. We have thousands of reviews. Make your own judgment. It is a trip of a lifetime. It is something definitely to do. So again, I hope you had a good time with this presentation. I thank you so much for your time again.